This is crazy, okay? Because I can understand things on YouTube staying on YouTube, but sometimes they spill over. And I've actually received a private email, okay? Not a private message on YouTube, but this is a private email. So this person has gone to my page, found a link to my page, gone to my page, and found the email link to email me directly, which is actually totally insane if you think about it, considering the nature of the problem. And this is what they've said. This is from John Embury, and John says, "Well done in banning all those who argue their case from YouTube. I don't see this as a victory, but was surprised how bad your argument was. Where are all those academics who know everything was a question unanswered?" So, just moving away from this guy's email for a second. Someone leaves a comment on one of my videos and I chose to not answer it. Okay? I get lots of comments on my videos every single day. I can't keep up with them all. And on top of that, what's so important about this one particular person anyway? Alright? I'm here to speak my opinion here on the internet, here on YouTube. Alright? That's what I do. Just like everybody else out here. Alright? If you don't like it, don't fucking watch. Alright? It's quite that simple. Or if you want to get your own audience out against me, then you start setting up videos. Alright? Because we're just people trying to find our own ways of understanding the world, sharing ideas, and if people disagree with me, then fine, they disagree with me. Alright? And if there's going to be a bit of arguing, a bit of screaming and shouting on YouTube, yeah, fine. But it's on YouTube. We don't have to panic too much. And any grown-up would not actually get too intense about this. Anyway, his email goes on and he says, "When you are a studied rhetorician on YouTube, bet you never thought a real scientist would try and make a conversation." Well, actually, I've had a fair few conversations with real scientists anyway, so what do you mean, a real scientist? We've got real scientists on YouTube. Their arguments are out there. I have seen those arguments. Okay? Some of them are great, and there's been a lot of very good quantity of extra additions to my already very good education, which I have got through looking at various different points of view and scientific ideas here on YouTube, for which I am actually quite grateful. But as far as a real scientist, what is so, self-important about this individual that he says, "Oh, I'm a real scientist. Yes, a real scientist." You don't know anything about me. You don't know the kind of people I deal with on a regular basis and the kind of people I speak with on a regular basis, and I'm not talking about through my work. Fuck you. Real scientist. You're just a human being. You're like all the rest of us. You piss, you shit, you belch, you fart. You need to bath. Alright, you're a human being who's got your own views, and the fact that you're approaching me in this extreme manner shows that there is something slightly disturbing about you, so you haven't actually worked upon what's up here, okay? It says here, "You banned me in your head as a troll." No, basically you were treating my video in a bad way. You were treating my comment section in a bad way, and you were actually trolling. Alright? You can go onto urbandictionary.com and you can find a definition of what a troll is, or, or similar online dictionaries, and understand what the term was. And yes, you were trolling. Okay, so get into your thick head. If you don't understand the meanings of the words you're using, then how the fuck can you actually consider yourself to be, a real scientist? You don't know the meanings of the words you're using. You've been completely unable to be able to observe your own behavior and to be able to apply the right terminology to it. Alright, you are stupid. Alright, very highly educated, great IQ, but still pretty bloody stupid. The email goes on. "When in fact you're unable to answer basic questions and found someone who frightens you." Now, you don't frighten me, mate. That's why I'm doing a video directly to you, John Embury. Alright? Alright? Frightened? No, fuck you. Right, the next paragraph here says, "I understand narcissists, by the way." Remember, this is the guy who's carrying on saying, you know, I'm a real scientist, and actually thinks he's so self-important that I actually care about his comments on my videos. You know? I mean, I'm doing this video just to try and show this wanker that he's like that to me. You know, like that. But yet he actually thinks that he should go directly to me via my personal email, my business email, okay? And he thinks I'm a narcissist. Can anybody out there see the double standard? The irrationality, the illogicality, the insanity, the obsession? Something's wrong there, in my humble opinion. You got angry and started banning people willy-nilly. No, I didn't ban people willy-nilly. I banned people who are a nuisance. Alright? And I totally understand that you had to ban people ultimately because your ego couldn't take someone putting a full and clear argument against what you preach. No, actually that wasn't a full and complete argument, was it? Alright? As you'll soon find out. And as far as my ego is concerned, it's not me that's got the massive ego. It's evidently yourself. Because you think that your comments are so important that I actually have to pay attention to them. I have to. I'm commanded to. You certainly couldn't take that chance on YouTube. No, what I can do is I can tell people on YouTube what bullshit you're saying. And this shocks me that someone who regards himself as being a proper scientist can't actually put two and two together here. You know, your ability to understand people and social interaction is pathetic. Your scientific education does not extend itself to dealing with people. Your people skills are negligible. I don't understand how a person can get that highly educated and be quite so thick and disturbing. People would see. I didn't expect you to answer when I asked who those academics were. I know you had just made it up. Very poor, Jay. Anyway, this is my response. So, you haven't taken time to realise that I have spent nearly 5 years on YouTube and I have seen the arguments of genuine scientists, most notably the notorious and thoroughly undesirable Thunderfoot and other irrational pundits broadcasting their lies for too long. And I was getting rather jaded with dealing with their hypocritical bullshit, their repeated hating of logical fallacies used by other people and their perpetual use of the same logical fallacies to promote their agenda. You haven't taken a moment to think that my refusal to answer your question was because I don't care and I have bigger fish to fry. Of course not, because you, some commenter on a YouTube video, for some unknown reason is too important in your own eyes, and yet you think that I have a big ego. You make me laugh. And on that subject, why didn't you answer me when I asked you to prove your claim that the scientifically accepted model for how talking boards seem to work, the idiomotor effect, was flawed and using scientific studies that were peer-reviewed? You are pathetic and need to realise how pathetic and butthurt you really are. Fuck you. Have a nice day. Nick. And I've done with this person. And I hope that they rot in their own sick, twisted, obsessive slime pit. And keep the fuck away from someone who knows more about how to think than them.